Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Vibrators podcast. I'm Julius. I'm here with my boys, Christian and Lorenzo. Today, we'll be watching episode 12 of Attack on Titan, the final season.
Pretty hype.
Any thoughts going into this? I know there's like an explosion that's gonna happen at least.
There's gonna be an explosion. We're getting ready for that. Last episode, I'm honestly just expecting things to really get into gear now. You know what I mean? Like we've had a couple low key character building episodes, and now it's time to really hit us with some good progression. You know what I mean? It's time for us to move forward. Because no. Oh, okay, one sec. Sorry, I was sipping the Kronk.
You're sipping the Kronk.
I can't imagine they do the whole Gabby and Falco on the farm for another episode. I can't realistically see that being the case, but we're about to see in 5 seconds. So
I want to see Gabby get bitch slapped.
Yeah, me too. That's good. That's gonna be freaking sick, right? So I guess we'll be hyped for that.
All right. Let's get into it.
Okay. Yeah. That. All right. Wow. So that was quite a lot to unpack. Holy moly! There's a lot going on in that episode.
Agreed. Yeah, it was an episode.
So we kind of started off with a little backstory on Yelena's character, or kind of more of just her intentions and everything like that. And yeah, like we kind of predicted, she's proving to be a slimy fuck, right? She's definitely sus, as I would say.
She's crazy, man. She's heavily under the influence of Zeke and Eren.
Right.
So whatever it takes is her goal type of thing. That's
Right, exactly. And I'm liking what they're doing with her character. And I mean, the entire episode, I really like what they're doing with the kind of plot with it. They're having
no, I agree.
I thought what was going to happen was maybe there was going to be a big battle that was going to happen in this episode due to the teaser of the last one where they just showed the explosion. But I like where they're going in that it's kind of they're, instead of just being let's just try to fight the opposers, it's hey, let's just simmer down a bit, see what they want, and we'll continue to go onwards, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go on a little search for Zeke in the next episode.
Yeah, because I mean, they can't really go against them because they have two Titans, right? And
yeah, they'd be fucked if they went against them.
Yeah, because
right?
if they went against them, that means they're also going against the world and them. So at the end of the day, they can't win. So
yeah,
they have to surrender.
It's a fight they can't win. Yeah, absolutely.
And even then, they're all the world's pretty much after them at this point. So because of what Eren did and the influence that both Yelena and Zeke both kind of influenced him into doing, as well the other not the volunteers, but the other soldiers who defected and turned into Yeagerists.
I thought those were volunteers.
Those were soldiers who
volunteers are the one. Yeah.
Volunteers are the ones who came from that Marley.
Right. Okay. Word.
So yeah.
And I do like how, what is it? They were talking to that one character. I can't remember his fucking name. His name's so long. But when him and
Ponyak Capone.
Yeah. What, Ponyak Capone? That's his name?
Whatever his name is.
Right. Okay. What is it? When that dude was talking to oh my god, I'm so bad with names right now. Hanj, right?
Hanj, yeah.
Yeah, when they were talking, it's it seems like she's kind of an outlier in it, where it's people suspect that she's definitely the most radical of them all, pretty much.
Yeah.
The rest of them
everyone affiliated, especially in the scouts, because the amount of time they spent with Eren alone, knowing that they took him up to the job to become the one leading Eldia and their quest to retake back what they lost, pretty much in that sense. Because
right.
throughout pretty much his whole childhood, as like joining the scouts and all that, they all like stuck together. So I mean, I wouldn't doubt them being like not suspicious of them. So
right, yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's a whole other thing. Kind of a weird thing for me to bring up, but I was kind of shocked that they actually killed off the premier, like that dude, like, and not in a subtle way. Half of his body went flying through the fucking air.
That one was
the least brutal. Ceremonious battle ever, and like, although it was like a big deal, nobody was really sad about it. It was just like, whatever. Like,
whatever. If it's
even the main old general dude was like, I worked with him a very long time, and this is the way he'd want to go. I was like, oh, nice.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, like, he did say they were, you know, it was kind of urgent and they didn't really have time to do any of that stuff anyway.
Right? Yeah. No, for sure.
It was like their way of showing that they're serious about this type of thing.
Yeah. No,
I don't know the specific word that they mentioned, but like it's like what they said type of thing. To
right.
Like, prove themselves.
And we're also going to be getting from what they were saying a little bit of a test rumbling. So I don't know if that's that might happen in this part, but it could wait. I honestly think they might do that as like a final episode, like teaser kind of thing. Like they're gonna have it like the last bit of that final episode just be a test rumbling. But yet again, that's just me predicting some stuff.
Yeah. Actually, since we're on the topic of predicting, I'm also starting to think that the way Annie will come back is through the counterattack that Marley is gonna do.
Oh yeah, you think?
Because like I don't see any other way of like her not.
No, she just breaks out, bro. She just comes out.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's up?
Or what you call it?
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Because you remember the Jaw Titan being able to crush the crystal part, right?
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that. Eren has that power now, right? Though.
No, he has the power of the Warhammer type. So the Jaw Titan didn't die.
By right,
Eren,
yeah, because that was peak, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much.
It was Pork, wasn't it? Pork man, Porke. Porke. Jaw Titan's Porke.
I think so. I don't remember his name. Well,
Peak is the cart titan.
Oh right, she's the cart titan. That makes sense. Okay,
but yeah, the Jaw Titan
I don't
coming
know how
over
they're gonna do it then.
Yeah, because like the only like sensible way of her coming out was if the Jaw Titan were to like smash that crystal that she's in.
Right. So, and I'm assuming if Peak is on the island, then Porco's not far behind, right? Like if the fact that she's fully recovered and being 100%. Amongst them, like I assume he's there as well, and we'll get to see him.
I'm also assuming that it's already been like a month or so, like already passed after they came back, or like at least like 3 or 4 months in, type of thing.
Well, they mentioned something about like a railroad or like a railway or something, and like it's only been 10 months since this has happened, and things have gone crazy. I don't know when that happened, but that helps.
You remember the episode where it was like the flashback then current flashback type of thing. Mm-hmm. During one of those flashbacks, it was them doing the railroad.
So. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So, wow. All right. That helps the timeline better now, and it actually it gives me a little bit of an insight on how long Eren's been on the island. Like, because for a while I was thinking it was like maybe a couple years, but seeing the fact that the railroad has only been in like, you know, in development for like or only been finished like 10 months, it had to been like a short period of time.
Yeah. But yeah, any other thoughts in this episode? There's just like all we know is that the army's like somewhat being divided. Eren's goal is still unknown, especially with like the influence under Zeke and Yelena that he kind of pretty much took. And I feel like again, like this power hungry character that Eren's starting to develop into is like too self-centered to the point where like he knows that, or like he wants to know that he's the only one that could really lead them into like a better future. And in order to do that, he needs to like separate from like the other people who are weighing him back. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the scout regime that he's a part of, right? Yeah, I think so too, and like that it's a prime example of like, I mean, the people believe that as well, like just like the citizens, they want Aaron to take control and to lead them into a brighter future, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're all
Plus,
betting
like,
on him.
Plus, like, you just saw him like the other, I think 2 episodes ago, where he was like, "Keep fighting, I gotta keep fighting," type of thing. So there's that.
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, besides that pretty much wraps up everything that the episode offers. I can't think of too many other things. Only thing to note, and it's like the tiniest thing. It's not even like something to demote from the episode, but remember really early on when like Mikasa was running towards Armin? That was probably the funniest bit of animation I've seen in the show so far.
The animation is like a little bit questionable in this episode. They definitely had like not a lot of budget put into it. Like a lot of the drawings.
There was definitely some like weird face shots here and there.
Like a lot of the characters were really weirdly drawn.
Yeah. There's some like videography type of thing where it's like it was like somewhat okay, and then you just see like what you call it, Mikasa just running directly in front of you, and that type of like motion. It's
definitely a cheaper episode for sure, right? Like definitely they didn't put a lot of money into this one in terms of like actually like, you know, making sure that everybody looks okay the entire time. But it wasn't like super noticeable. It was just like a couple shots here and there that I was like, okay, you could definitely have drawn that a teeny bit better. You know what I mean? Like could have put some more effort into it.
But I will say, hopefully because of this, they dump a lot of the budget into some nice shots in the later episodes.
Yeah. I mean, what you call it? I think the reason why it's not as like good animated wise is for like the studio and having like such a strict schedule to like upload this type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there are a big critique with the show from what I've been reading is that because they're on such a tight schedule, a lot of episodes have been like, you know, pretty much been forced into
CGI.
production.
Yeah. Or like forced into CGI.
Not even that, just like they can't spend too much time like, you know, redoing or like resketching stuff. So that's probably why we get some of the weirder shots. But yet again, it's not too distracting where it's like noticeable. It's just like here and there you can kind of tell like maybe they were on a bit of a time, you know, bit of a time crisis there. So
time crisis.
I mean, that was a big problem with, I mean, to go back, like the worst episode of the series, that whole, like the one where they were doing the railroad stuff, like that was the one where everyone was starting to notice like you know, this whole like time schedule thing going on and how they were really forced to like do an episode every week like this quickly, right? Like you're able to see it in like this episode a little bit, and especially that one.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Overall, what do you guys want to rate this vibe for this episode?
So I'd give it like a 4 out of 5 stars. I don't have like problems with it like at all. I think it's a very good episode. I think the way that everything was structured and information that was given was like, you know, on par. I think the fact that they even gave, you know, like a lot of characters are seeming a little more natural in their element a bit. Maybe not this episode in particular, but like it's nice to see, you know, the main scout regiment finally go back and do their thing. Because I mean that was a big part of why the original show was so enjoyable, is just because, you know, that scout regiment just, you know, having that, you know, kind of you know, that strong connection. But yeah, nothing to complain about necessarily besides some minor visual stuff. But yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of
5. For me, I'm probably gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5 again.
Okay.
Like there's quite a bit that does happen, but what the main downside about this episode specifically was the animation, because like you saw a bunch of like stuff that were pretty like not well done. And even in the the last part where like Aaron was showing himself, I feel like they could have like smoothly edited that, but you kind of like see his body kind of shift type of thing.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like I mean I didn't notice it at first, but I think we were looking at that scene just then, and I saw it and I was like, oh, all right.
But overall, it wasn't a bad episode. I like the information that we got, so.
Yeah, for sure. And it helps develop like Yelena's character as like just this completely despicable human being that I like that angle they use with her.
Oh yeah, plus there were like a little bit of shots of like characters that were like pretty badly drawn. Like there was like this one scene with Mikasa that was like pretty far out, or not pretty far out, but it was like fairly like mid range, and it wasn't that well drawn.
Yeah, Mikasa got it real bad in terms of her drawing, because like she definitely, most of the critiques are with her, especially because she's the one mainly on screen, right? So
yeah,
I mean, what is it? Even the premiere had some shots where he was looking a little derpy.
Oh,
not
I
gonna
remember
lie.
those
Like,
ones. Those are weird.
Yeah, just before he died, like some of those shots, I was like, but I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it's like it's not trying to do anything in terms of like heavy action sequencing. So it's like little minor visual things like that don't really bother me. It's only when it's like that cheaply done in like a big fight, that's when it becomes a problem for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Lorenzo, what are you rating this?
I'll agree with Christian. You said a 4 out of 5. Although I will excuse the animation. I really like the direction they're taking this, like where it's like, oh yeah, Eren is like, he's not just following the military like he did, in earlier seasons. He's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want, and then it's kind of causing some problems.
It's kind of having some teen angst rebellion, I guess.
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
As an adult, he's going against the word.
And then it's kind of splitting the military into the Yeagerists and the just Eldian military, I guess.
Right.
I think it's cool. I like the direction they're taking with it.
I like that too. Like I think it adds more complexity to this whole thing. Like beforehand, it was just like, okay, there's two sides: the people on the island, the rest of the world, and then the people on the island. Whereas now, even the island right now is like so shaken and like split apart that like it's hard to know who to really root for in this case, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But besides that, I guess that's pretty much it.
That was pretty much it. Thank you guys.
That was episode 12.
In. If you haven't already, make sure you check the rest of our Spotify. If you're listening onto Spotify, check out our YouTube. We also have an Instagram at the Vibrators Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We shitpost and post whatever we want there. So make sure you check that out. And that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.
Bye.